On this episode of the Mac Talks, episode 56, we cover Joe Exotic, SBA relief loans, Dr. Fauci, and why the hell the MyPillow guy is at the COVID-19 press conference. Chase, tell the people what the Mac Talks are.
If you're an entrepreneur, impactful leader, or business owner, the Mac Talks are that vehicle that brings you the stories that you need to hear.
That's right, real stories from real leaders. Check us out every Thursday. Mac Talks, episode 56. Chase, what's good?
What's good, man? How you doing?
I'm doing.
Long anticipated podcast here.
Scary times out there.
Been dying to talk about a lot of the stuff that's going on, a lot of topics we're going to cover today. So definitely much anticipated.
This is our first episode in the quarantine or what? Or no. We did the quarantine. Wow.
The quarantine has been going on for...
I know.
And I was actually, real quick, I was thinking about this too. The quarantine kind of started before the quarantine started. You know what I mean? Because I was scared to go out a week or two before they actually imposed sanctions on our state to stay inside. So, like, for example, my haircut. This hair has been raging for like almost 2 months now without a haircut, and I was supposed to get one 3 weeks ago, but because I was scared to go into the barbershop in Danbury because I felt like there would be coronavirus everywhere, I didn't go, and therefore I had to get one at home, and now it just looks ridiculous. So I apologize to the fans. The hair looks ridiculous. I know that. I'm aware. But I'm just keeping it real with you, and that's what we do here. We keep it real.
You're so close to a ponytail, bro.
The back is getting ridiculous. And
you can get that tight man bun like MGK, bro. Like our boy right here. Like Matty Hesterberger,
yeah, he should do more man buns. You should do more
No,
man
he
bun
doesn't
work.
do the man bun, bro. Oh. I've seen some of his Facebook pictures though. He got I know when he rakes leaves and shit, he put on that man bun. He's like, yo, shit's about to get serious. You're very close to a man bun.
Yeah, it's getting there.
You better start just going slick back with that.
And this is not really wanted. I kind of want to. I want to cut it off.
I'm not trying to call you out or anything, but you definitely had time to get a haircut. We went to Puerto Vallarta like 2.5 weeks ago. It was like right as the quarantine was rolling in before they started closing restaurants.
Is Puerto Vallarta the same thing as a barbershop though?
I get what you're saying.
No, it's not. Barbershop is like hair and skin particles, and everybody's cramped into one room. I felt safer at a bar.
I got you.
Felt safer at a restaurant.
I got you. So yeah, scary times. Coronavirus. It's taken over everything. We have no sports.
Yeah, no sports, which is
we have no rims on our basketball courts because they took them all down.
Part of this.
All you can really do is go to the park and do burpees and run in circles. Oh, by the way, fun fact. I saw on the message board in my local town here in Bethel, Connecticut, that somebody was driving a Tesla on the trail that you jog around the park, which I could see happening. I'm ready to drive my shit on that trail just because I'm so goddamn bored.
It'd be funny if it was the GPS on the Tesla that was doing that
was telling
and he
him.
fell asleep and he just like took him down this trail. Oh, by the way, real quick, if you are super bored and you really want to see sports, go on your PS3. Go to NBA 2K, do CPU versus CPU.
I was going to tell you
CPU versus CPU.
I was going to tell you
that way you could text and do what you want to do and you watch. Yeah,
yeah. I was going to say that. Let's.
Pro tip.
We should probably do that.
Stole that.
All right, so we're going to jump in and we're going to run down some topics here. No whack move or Mac move. There's just some shit that we need to riff on, so we're just going to riff on it is what we're going to do. So stop this here, Justin Bieber from playing in the background, and let's jump right into the rundown, sir. Mm-hmm. So as topic number one is basically this question. Is Joe Exotic an entrepreneur? And Joe Exotic is guy is everything. The guy is everything. He's an entrepreneur. He's a douchebag. He's apparently tried to kill somebody, but he didn't.
He's a country music artist.
Yes.
He's a political candidate. He also is a restaurateur. You know that because in the show, he opens up a pizza
with the old
restaurant with the old Walmart meat.
Yeah.
This guy is an absolute. I mean, if there's anything you could say about Joe Exotic, he's charismatic.
Yeah.
He gets the people going. He gets followers.
I'm a
and
fun
his
guy.
content, I would say, during this quarantine, it's unmatched. There's really nobody that's on the same level as Joe.
When did they actually
Joe
roll out
Exotic.
Tiger King? Like when did it roll out? Did it just come out?
But beginning of March. I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you could not. I mean, does it have the same thing without the quarantine? Is everybody completely bought into this program? It's literally
it would
the
have been
hottest
hot
shit
anyway.
going.
It would have been hot anyway.
But now it's like literally all you can do.
Is talk about
Tiger King and watch Tiger King
Tiger
and
King.
play Tiger King trivia, like whatever. So, all right, we're gonna run through a couple of clips here of our guy here, Joe Exotic. I want him to be Exotic Joe though. Why does he go with the last name? Like, you know, usually they come up with that name and that goes before your name. But that's Joe. It's what he does.
Just to clear it up, Tiger King is a docuseries on Netflix.
Dude, if you
it's a
have to
multi-part.
explain it-
It's a multi-part series about Joe Exotic, who runs a wildlife zoo in Oklahoma, mainly with tigers, but he also has chimpanzees. And he's just this really super charismatic figure who has a lot of ways of expressing himself.
Yeah.
And what Scott and I are going to do is basically run down through some of the clips here.
All right.
From his content.
So, and then,
talk
and then we
about
can determine if he is an entrepreneur or not. All
Yeah.
right. So let's watch this first one here. Let's go here. This one, let's see. This one is actually just like the trailer for the show, I think.
Having the United States' largest private zoo may seem like an adventure, but you have no idea.
Look, this is when they just start kicking him.
We got raccoons. Whoa. Oh.
There's the guy with no legs in the show. So that's just a little bit about Joe. Look at him.
He's got 2 husbands, by the way.
Oh, we're going to get into all that. We're going to get into
Oh, he's
all
got
that.
an ostrich, too?
A lot of people
Ooh,
get
a lot of
hurt.
blood.
A lot of people get hurt, and I'm not feeling safe with their procedures when somebody gets hurt. So,
Oh, you're not? You're not feeling safe with their procedures?
no,
Okay.
I'm not doing that. So,
I don't think they have any procedures except for this. Joe Exotic, when someone gets hurt, he puts on the medical vest.
he's
He
like,
puts
oh,
on the
sure,
medical-
shit. Everybody better stop. I got to go put on my EMS jacket.
I think one of the first scenes in the show is one of the employees getting their arm bitten off by a tiger.
Who's the guy that takes his, like, that comes in and puts it in his name? What's that guy's name again? Jeff?
Is it
The guy that comes
Finlay?
in.
John
that's his
Finlay?
boyfriend.
Oh, Jeff Lowe?
Jeff Lowe is the one that came in and, like, took it over because he was in a bunch of trouble, right? And pretty much stole it from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
He's a king. He's a real piece of shit. Everybody in this is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Even like Doc Antle, Bhagavan Doc Antle. He seems like, who's, by the way, he's the rival kind of zoo owner that actually has a really, really nice zoo, like high end, like 5-star zoo.
yeah.
With tigers and stuff and elephants. And he seems like, and he's doing it the best. He's doing it better than anyone.
Yeah.
That's what the show shows. He does it better than anyone, but he's still a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, he's a brainwashing, manipulative
Basically, tiger
cult
people.
leader. They're cult leaders.
Yeah,
Is
they're
what they
crazy.
are.
All right, here's another clip for you. Ready? Here you go. I love the.
Hey, I'm Joe Exotic, otherwise known as the Tiger King, the gay, gun-carrying redneck with a mullet. I built this place from the ground up. I started over 15 years ago with a deer and a mountain lion. I have over
A
100
deer
guinea
and a
pig
mountain
cats,
lion.
500 other exotic animals in my care. We have rescued over thousands of exotic animals, and I treat every one of them like they're my kids.
Like they're my kids.
Yeah.
What a sweet guy.
Is
What a
there? Oh,
sweetheart.
yeah.
And then, let's also not forget that Joe is also a politician. Right?
Yeah, he ran for several different offices.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is him running for president. This is without a doubt one of our favorite clips, one of our favorite sound bites for the quarantine. It's amazing. Let's give it a listen.
I'm Joe Exotic, and today this is not going out to any kind of a presidential candidate or any politician. The purpose of this video today is to let you know who I am. First thing is, I am not cutting my hair. I'm not changing the way I dress. I refuse to wear a suit. I am gay. I've had 2 boyfriends most of my life. I currently got legally married. Thank God. It's finally legal in America.
He's
I've
literally
had some
giving
kinky
everybody.
sex. I have tried drugs through the younger years of my life.
The younger
I am
years
broke
of my
as
life.
shit. I have a judgment against me from some bitch down there in Florida, but I can tell you I paid a fine with the USDA, and that is nothing but a civil fine, ladies and gentlemen. That does
Oh my God, this guy is classic. This guy is
It's
classic.
amazing.
So, is he an entrepreneur?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an
Yeah.
entrepreneur. He's an entrepreneur.
This guy does shit. Like, he gets shit done. And he moves. He moves and he makes
Yeah.
moves and people follow him and they do what he says. It's crazy.
It just sucks that he can't be living the life of the celebrity that he now is. Like, you know, he's behind bars.
Yeah. Well, people want to like get him out just so that they can make a series.
Yeah.
Like a just capture his life.
So that's our boy Exotic Joe.
But he's
Everybody knows
honestly,
about him.
he's been putting out content.
If you don't know who-
on Facebook and YouTube since like way back.
Yeah, he was one of the
Like,
first ones.
He's been doing it forever.
The thing that I love that he did was he came up with, what was it? Big Cat. He named it similar to Carol, so that way he would show up
Yeah.
under the
Yeah. So
searches.
the other one was like Big Cat Wildlife Rescue, and then he named his like Big Cat Rescue, and just
That's
so
where the
that he
lawsuit
would show
came
up.
in. That's where the lawsuit came in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also is a master at branding, right?
Yeah.
Because what did he do for his presidential campaign?
But he's also
He printed like thousands of condoms, and he used this guy Jeff Flow's money to do this. Print thousands of condoms with his logo, like Joe Exotic for president or
Yeah.
Joe Exotic for governor 2016, and he did, and it failed. But ultimately, he shows a lot of marketing grit. And
Yeah, he does.
That I appreciate, and he is also probably one of the biggest memes possibly of all time. And one of the biggest, most popular pieces of content of all time is Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic.
So how
I have a feeling that
how can
Joe
you not call
Exotic
him an
would do
entrepreneur?
amazing things in the WWE.
Yeah, that's a great point.
He comes out with an animal. He comes out, you know what I mean? He's perfect.
Yeah.
There's definitely his demographic, without a doubt.
He comes
So-
out with a tiger.
All right, so that's topic number 1. Now we are going to roll into topic number 2 of the rundown, which is SBA loans and relief for the coronavirus disaster that's kind of taken place. As you know, unless you're living on another planet, everything is completely shut down. Businesses are reeling. It's not a great time for the economy, basically. And there's bailouts out the wazoo coming out, basically. They're going to be doing some loans that they'll forgive if you're able to keep employees on payroll. And we're still trying to actually figure out what that is. That part of it is more of the CARES Act. And we're still trying to figure out what that is. I guess the banks are supposed to have more information about it in the next couple of days. Makes it really hard to make decisions as a business owner without, having that information. It's extremely difficult. So we want to be, on the forefront of that, providing information to people, letting them know the information that we find out and putting that out. We started a group, right?
Yep.
What's our group
The
called?
COVID-19 Small Business Survival Guide.
Yep. And we're going to do a video
And that's on
series.
LinkedIn. That's on LinkedIn.
And we're going to do a video series where we just talk about some of these different things that are happening with the loans. And we want to be a resource for business owners because obviously we're all in this together. And the more that we can share information, the more that we can figure out what the hell's going on with these loans faster. So
We just want to be a hub of information for you guys and everybody. And we want to encourage other people to also contribute their content that might be helpful for small businesses, as Scott was mentioning. So
what we did was we rolled out a video series where we're just going to hit on different topics and hit on different, things that we feel are going to provide value to business owners. The key word is value, because, like you said, we're all in it together. So this is the link for our video, correct?
Yep, that's it.
All right, cool. So we started a series. We're going to be pumping these videos out. We want to actually have other people from other industries make videos as well, which we will put into our template. This is not something where, we're looking to brand ourselves. We're looking to help other business owners and work collectively together. And that's kind of what we're looking to do. So if you're a business owner that's out there, if you've got some tips on what you feel businesses can do that are going to be helpful in this period of time, please reach out to us. Please post it on our group. Because like we said, we're all in this together. So, but here's the video that we first made. We drank a lot of beers. We had some beers when we made these videos, right?
You got to loosen up the tongue a little bit.
Yeah.
Loosen up the larynx,
Yeah.
get things rolling. So tell them this video is about SBA's disaster relief loans. And among the information in this video is how to apply, how you can be considered
Just some
eligible.
some rough
And it's
information because we don't have all the details yet.
right, but this is information that we know is out there that was released in the CARES Act in regards to the Small Business Association. So this is directly from the federal government. This is all taken from that.
My name is Scott Johnson, host of the Mac Talks, and I'm a small business owner just like you. I own a digital marketing agency called Mac Media Group here in Fairfield.
I'm not sure if everybody's aware,
just
but
outside of New York City,
that's a
at the
sweater
center
vest
of this
underneath of
national
that
crisis.
sport
I
coat.
decided that one way I could help my community and the small business community as a whole is to create an informative video series for social media, which covers how small businesses can cope with the economic effects of the COVID-19 virus. Here are 5 things you need to know about the SBA's COVID-19 Disaster Relief Program. Number 1, the U.S. Small Business Administration is offering all 50 states federal disaster loans for working capital to small businesses suffering a substantial economic injury as a result to the COVID-19 virus. Number 2, these loans may be used to pay fixed debts, payroll, accounts payable, and other bills that can't be paid because of the disaster's impact. The interest rate is 3.75 for small businesses, and the interest rate for nonprofits is 2.75. Number 3, the SBA offers loans with long-term repayments in order to keep payments affordable, up to a maximum of 30 years.
That's gonna be
Terms
key.
are
30
determined on a
years is
case-by-case
definitely key.
basis based upon each borrower's ability to repay. Number 4, eligible loan recipients include any business, nonprofit organization, or tribal business if it employs no more than 500 employees. Number 5, to apply for these loans, go to www.sba.gov/disaster assistance.
So that's pretty much the 5 tips. We rolled out another one today. I mean, it's not 5 tips, but it's basically 5 things about the disaster relief fund. Obviously, you can apply through your state as well. They're doing bridge loans. There's multiple different facets to this bill. We're still trying to figure them out. And as we find out, and the bank doesn't even know yet. The banks don't even know exactly what the deal is behind a lot of these loans. They're supposed to get more information Thursday or Friday. They're going to relay that information to us. So we'll have more information for people then. So,
But we're going to continue to release what we think, is going to be the most helpful information for you. So the next video we have coming up is 4 categories of payments that you should defer as a small business during the COVID-19 crisis.
yeah, and we
while
want to
we're in
get
quarantine and lockdown.
and we want to get other people like Dr. Roseanne,
Mental health.
Yeah, so she does mental health. So maybe one of the things that she's going to talk about is, when all this does loosen up, how do you, get your employees to feel comfortable coming back into the office, or how do you talk to your employees about what just happened and stuff. So she's going to do that. We want other business owners and professionals inside of specific industries, to give us some information, to make a video, to send it to us and stuff. So I think it's going to be something that's really resourceful for a lot of people. And I think that, we just launched the group yesterday, but I think that as we continue to go, I think that we're going to have a lot of good resources inside of there. For
Definitely.
People to be able to
And we'll
reach
definitely drop the link in this video if you want to join and contribute and consume some of this content as well, if it's helpful.
That's right. And now we're going to move on to topic number 3, which is Dr. Fauci's media tour. Chase, talk about your boy.
America seems to be celebrating Dr. Fauci, who is the guy standing behind Trump, usually to his right. He is he's the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, and he's a very intelligent individual. He's been a doctor for most of his life, and he's basically our nation's leading authority on what's going on with this virus. And he's the guy who sets all the expectations for and projections for what this disease is, or what this virus is going to look like, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And he's the guy kind of developing all the protocol. But what we're finding is that he's become like a celebrity. People really love this guy.
Yeah.
And so they've been doing some digging. Barstool, KFC, Clancy, I think, he wrote an article about his basketball days and how they went 1-16 on the season, and then in the last game of the season, like he stepped up and came back and scored like over 24 points and like brought the team back, and then he's also doing
Dude, these pictures of him in these basketball outfits, he looks like he looks like
look at him holding the picture of him.
Pistol Pete, or basically one of those old white guys that would play for the Celtics. That's what the fuck he looks like, if I could be honest with you. But look at him; he's got fight in him. Look at that little guy with his chucks. Look at him.
He's awesome.
Look at him. I really did think though that Tony Fauci was going to. Am I saying it right? Fauci.
I think it's Fauci. Yeah.
Fauci face.
It doesn't matter.
Fauci.
I think it's Fauci.
So I was a little nervous that he wasn't going to make it back, because he put that palm to the head when Trump was saying some dumb shit.
Yeah.
And he put his palm to his head, and I was like, oh my God, he's not ever coming back. And then he was out that one press conference. Everybody's like, he's gone. But then he came back.
Yeah, and people couldn't be happier. And recently he did a FaceTime with Steph Curry as well to discuss how people can prevent the spread of the disease.
I love the guy. I love him. Maybe you're doing a little too much with that. Maybe you're doing a little too much.
He's basking in it.
Yeah, like
basking.
I get it. You love hoops. You want to talk to two-time MVP Steph Curry. But I don't really see the point in that.
But I do, though, because what if it helps spread the word out to some of Steph Curry's followers and stuff? You know what I mean? If he can get what he's trying to convey, safety regulations to the public, and he's using different celebrities and athletes
That's not really his
to
role,
spread that, then that is kind of his role. He's the national director for the Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases.
I don't think that he works
He's
PR.
trying to promote the regulations that'll help save lives. How's that not his job? So anyway, I
don't think that he's going to go on the media tour FaceTiming with NBA basketball players and shit like that. I just think going on Barstool, I just think you're doing a little too much. So like you're telling me that these people don't watch the fucking press conferences, and every single media company out there or every single media outlet out there doesn't run through every single word they say at those press conferences. If you're getting your news information from Steph Curry, you fucked, is what I'm trying to say. That's all.
It's not the adults though; it's the kids right? I mean, it wouldn't be with Steph Curry. He's not going for like the educate or the
I'm just saying,
class man.
there's people out
He's
there.
He's going for the kids.
There's somebody that needs to do that, and it ain't him. There's somebody else that's a part of the squad, but he wants to be the one to talking to Steph Curry. You're doing too much, and I like you. I'm your boy. I like you, but you're doing too much, bro.
He was also FaceTiming with Trevor Noah from The Daily Show.
See, that I'm okay with because that, that's a little bit news-ish, kind of. It's kind of news.
Yeah, he's also
kind of
doing
a
it
segment.
on YouTube with a bunch of influencers that are really popular on that platform and like to release, political content. He's going on there.
All right, that I'm okay with.
And so he's been just doing a media tour, and honestly, America has just been celebrating him, and I celebrate him.
I like
think
him.
He's an American hero, and
I like him. More from him, less from Trump.
Yeah.
That's
that's
the moral of the story here.
So Dr. Fauci is really, he's kind of being entrepreneurial here. He's marketing.
This guy better, like when this shit all blows over, he better get into TV.
Yeah.
There's way more money to be made for you, fella, than that
the new
CDC can do for you.
Dr. Oz.
Right?
Yeah.
And then some. He's like a cool Dr. Oz.
Yeah. No, he can't dunk. He's got a sick J,
He can
though.
dunk. What is he,
can't
Spud
dunk.
Webb now?
I said he can't dunk, but he's
know.
got that J, though.
He's Spud Webb.
You
dude.
could see this guy hitting free throws until you say stop.
Yeah.
You're like, he could just hit free throws.
You can guarantee that he grew up playing basketball, shooting it into one of those milk cartons.
Oh, guaranteed.
show.
Peach basket. Yeah.
show.
No, a milk carton, peach basket. Let's go back to 1800. No, he's not that old.
All right, so that is your boy, our boy, everybody's boy, Tony Fauci. Fauci face. Topic number 4, very, very interesting. COVID-19 task force press conference yesterday. Have you been watching these, Chase?
Yeah, well, I didn't watch this one at all.
So,
but I did watch the clip.
All right,
and I've been following these pretty
right.
much every day.
Hold on one second. I just want to I want to show you this clip, but before I show you this clip, I want to set the scene. I'm working. I'm talking on my phone. I got my laptop on. I'm playing this press conference. All of a sudden, I look. I'm half paying attention. And I'm like, is that? No, that can't be. And let me play you this clip for you real quick.
Current and future needs of U.S. businesses across multiple sectors. How companies are going to prepare themselves when they once again open up and changes to their current operations in order.
The My Pillow guy? The My Pillow guy.
Yeah, My Pillow guy.
Just
former
really
crackhead.
really quickly. I just want to make sure that we understand this correctly. I want to make sure that I'm understanding this correctly. We brought on a guy that makes, excuse my language, fucking pillows? A shitty pillow that used to be a former crackhead.
That's objective.
On his LinkedIn, it says former crackhead. That's what it says. Why is this man standing up and speaking to the American people? Why? I don't give a shit if he's going to make masks. Go make masks. Get pat on the back after you make the masks. What in God's name is going on?
Well,
can I get a medical professional? I got a guy that's slanging pillows.
yeah.
And they're shitty pillows.
Well, that's subjective. I think a lot of
They're
people
not.
like his pillows.
What if we go to the reviews? His
Go
pillows
to
are
the
shit.
reviews. Let's see what they are.
His pillows are shit.
Okay, I don't know why you hate this guy so much. He's a comeback story. Like, he was a crackhead.
I love his
life
story.
was in the shitter, and then he
Dude.
came back and he created a multi-million-dollar company.
Don't confuse what I'm saying here. I'm all for this man and his comeback story.
You just don't want him
and
up
I'm
on
all
the
for him selling
national
shitty
stage.
pillows. I'm down. Sell the shitty pillows. Make money. Great. I have no problems with it. I'm not even mad at you.
You
for
just
that.
don't want him to talk on national television.
Does this make you feel comfortable? As like a, as a 24-year-old
I don't hate it.
whippersnapper.
I
You
don't
don't
hate
hate
it.
it? That
I
makes you
don't
feel
hate it.
okay? It scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
It scares me. It scares me.
Yeah.
This guy. Let's watch the rest of the clip real quick.
Yeah.
Because at the end, I think it's absolutely hilarious because it looks like he thinks Trump wants to shake his hand. And we all know.
Well, that's not the part that I thought was
Shaking
hilarious.
hands.
That's
Well,
like a small thing
I
compared to
think
what he
it's-
actually got up
All
there
right,
and did.
All right. Let's just play it.
You're
Let's just
like, you
play
went
it.
for the handshake.
In order to adjust to future threats and pandemics. My Pillow has designated some of its call center to help U.S.
Plug.
companies navigate the many issues that resulted from this pandemic. We've dedicated 75% of my manufacturing to produce cotton
It's
face
my friend.
masks. I'm up to in 3 days. I was up to 10,000 a day. By Friday, I want to be up to 50,000
Saving
a day.
lives.
I'm
10,000
proud to
a day.
manufacture our products in the United States, and I'm
They
even
work
more
like your
proud
pillow,
to be
we're
able to
fucked.
serve our nation in this great time of need. Thank you, Mr. President, for your call to action which has empowered companies like My Pillow to help our nation win this invisible war. Now I wrote something off the cuff, if I can read this.
Something off the cuff.
God
Here he
gave
goes.
us grace on November 8, 2016 to change the course we were on. God had been taken out of our schools and lives. A nation had turned its back on God. And I encourage you to use this time at home to get back in the Word, read our Bibles, and spend time with our families.
Wow.
Our president gave us so much hope where just a few short months ago, we had the best economy, the lowest unemployment, and wages going up. It was amazing. With our great president, vice president, and this administration, and all the great people in this country praying daily,
He's like you
we
with
will
your
get
sheet of
through this
paper.
and get back to a place that's stronger and safer than ever.
I'm a fun guy.
See the fake handshake, the little fake pump, little pump fake. I don't know what the hell that was yesterday. Listen, there's gonna come a point in time where we can put all these companies that are stepping up on a pedestal, and we can do it right now. Even like we can put out articles, we can give them shout outs, we can do all that. But I don't know what the hell yesterday was. He basically just brought up a bunch of people to just give a, like a shout out to what they're doing. And I don't think that that's the time. Like right now is the time for that. Like just put that shit out. Tell us what, I don't know. I have a problem with it. I just think it's a little bit too soon. And let's listen to this quote right here. Ready? Here's Trump. Ready? Boy, do you sell those pillows. It's unbelievable what you do, Trump said, putting in a plug for the product that is a fixture in the TV advertisements, including on Fox News.
I think Trump sees a lot of maybe himself in in My Pillow guy. I don't know what it is, but both being businessmen, entrepreneurs, and both being very eccentric. And I don't know. I just feel like Trump, he's given Trump, I've heard about him supporting Trump since 2016.
Yeah, he's always
like
supported
he's
him.
always supported Trump.
Yeah.
And I just think that Trump felt like this was a time where he should like be maybe repaying him for that. But it's the wrong time.
Thank you, Michael.
It's the wrong time.
We are gonna make new Bibles, and we're all gonna
And
sit at home.
honestly,
we're gonna read those Bibles.
The
and they're gonna be
thing
the best
about the
Bibles.
Bibles is it's kind of misplaced. Like, don't bring that into this. You know what I mean? Like, don't make this a religious thing. Like, we're just trying to kill this virus. Like,
Yeah.
let's just focus on, okay, good job. You're doing the manufacturing of the masks and the gowns. Okay.
Yeah, just leave it at that.
On. Like,
Leave it at
he,
that.
He takes that time to plug God. And as much as I respect that in people who are religious, maybe have a little bit of situation awareness, and you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's not a great
He
look,
didn't care
so.
though. He wanted to just kiss Trump's ass, so he was gonna cover every aspect of his ass.
Yeah,
And
they
that's
kissed
what he
each
did.
other's ass. It was really a mutual ass kissing, right?
Yeah, I guess. But
He goes,
I'll tell you,
I didn't know he was going to do that. Completely unbelievable. You went off topic. Great man, great
that's your
man.
best Trump impersonation. I don't know if it's because I have on headphones or what, but
I could do one even better, bro.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, what do you think is better, yours or mine?
Well, I don't know. Like right now, that one yours was better, but
Well, do your
ultimately-
impersonation. Say that in his voice.
No,
Do it. Come on, bro. Do it.
no, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to upset our Trump fans, bro, because they're business owners. So
We're not
I'm gonna do
political.
it. Boy, do you sell those pillows? It's unbelievable what you do.
That was a
See-
little McConaughey at the end there. You're like, what you do?
I can do it when I'm not trying to do it, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
yeah. When you unintentionally.
But I will tell you though that like when a man has former crackhead on his LinkedIn, he shouldn't be at the White House talking. And let me just tell you something. He wasn't a crackhead 30 years ago.
He actually reminds me a little bit of Joe Exotic.
He does. He was a freaking crackhead in 2009, which is, I guess once you hit the 10-year barrier, it's okay, I guess. I'm not trying to say forever, like, hold this man accountable.
Also, it's good that he's sober and he found God.
Yes. I like him. I'm just saying, not at the press conferences.
Yeah, not
That's
at, no, not at the. That's something we're agreeing on.
Yes.
Not at the press conferences.
Yeah.
Everything else is great, and ultimately, I like it because it's good content for us to cover.
Yeah.
It's good content.
We're going to
Like,
start covering these things because Trump's out of his mind with these press conferences. Like, he's literally running them. Did you
Yeah.
notice that? Like, there's no, like, he's the MC. He's like, okay, now you're up. All right, now you sit down. Hey, you, over here. Come on.
Yeah.
You stand up there. Go say what I told you to say.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
He's making it about him, and it's not about him. It's not political. It's about getting the.
And then he calls on the reporters that ask people. They're just like, yeah, this guy, right? Yeah, I like you. You said something nice about me. Yeah, you, yeah.
But
It's ridiculous.
But again, just because we're criticizing the way that these press conferences go doesn't mean we support or not support Trump or our president. We're apolitical. This is an apolitical show. We're just talking about what's going on.
Yes.
I want to make that clear.
I want to make it
We're
clear.
not supporting or
I want to make it clear
protesting
that
against-
I want to make it clear that
our federal government.
these press conferences are a goddamn joke. I'm not sure what you're saying, but I'm saying that these press conferences are a goddamn joke. That's what I'm saying. Step up your game.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think something else. I think that Dr. Fauci and what's the other lady's name? Trash bag lady. Lady that looks like she's wearing a trash bag.
Oh, Birdie?
Whatever
What's
her name is, I'm willing to say I think they be quarantining together, if you know what I'm saying. That's what I think. I don't know. That's the feeling.
Well, that's
I'm
not
getting.
allowed. He's the
That's the
he
feeling
of all
I'm getting.
people.
Oh, we can talk to Steph Curry, but he can't. You know.
That was a FaceTime.
Yeah, I get it. All right, so we're gonna round this up because we're gonna go into number 5 and close her up, and then you're gonna talk a little bit about our Call of Duty. How you're training me.
Okay.
All right, so let's go. Number 5, FBI warns of, and I don't like to use this term, Zoom bombing after 2 mass schools' web conferences have been hijacked. Chase, go ahead.
Zoom bombing. So yeah, that's really what made me uncomfortable was that term. But basically, basically what's happening is everybody's using Zoom, the video calling software and the video conferencing software, to communicate with each other while they're in quarantine. And
Yeah.
a lot of the companies that are using this software is schools and universities and high schools. And so there's, the internet's full of trolls and young kids who just want to screw around and mess stuff up just for the sake of doing that. So these kids are hijacking these video conferences and inserting whatever the hell they want in there. And that content could be highly offensive or it could be, well, it's really whatever their imagination tells them to do. So
Which, it's going to be bad.
it's going to be bad.
They're not going to roll in there and start saying nice things,
No.
right?
And I've seen some pretty ridiculous Zoom video call content in the past couple of days, like, mainly in colleges and high schools. What kids are doing nowadays is crazy.
Yeah.
And a lot.
What are they going to do? Are they going to get suspended? Like, what can you?
Well, let's see. I mean, the FBI is
crazy.
investigating, so it sounds like it could be. It depends on what they're hacking into, but it could be a federal crime.
I mean, honestly, how could it be any different than prank phone calls?
Here we go. You want to hear about one?
Let's hear it.
Okay. And it's not super specific, but in one cases, a high school reported that while a teacher was conducting an online class, an unidentified individual dialed in and yelled profane remarks while shouting out the teacher's home address.
Whoa.
And in the other incident, a different Mass high school reported that Zoom was accessed by an unidentified individual who was seen on the video chat displaying swastika tattoos.
Whoa. That's not okay. I'm not okay with that.
And they're calling it Zoom bombing.
That's going to be a problem. Can Zoom step up their security? Like, how does that work? Don't you need a PIN to get in?
Well, the FBI suggests following some simple tips for schools and businesses using the technology, but I don't think that they can. There's not really a way that they can prevent this from really happening.
Yeah.
Like, you can take steps to try to stop it as a person that's using the software, but I'm not sure that they really.
I think you just need to lengthen up those codes that you give out.
Yeah.
You gotta lengthen them babies up.
Yeah, you got to make them complicated.
Very complicated.
Yeah.
You got to make them copy and paste only. That's what you got to make them.
So
the youth are getting, they're getting Zoom bombed. Teachers are getting Zoom bombed, which, I wish they called it something else. You know what I mean?
because it sounds like somebody's getting physically hurt, and
Yes.
nobody's getting hurt.
Mentally, maybe some mental scars are happening, but-
Non-violent.
Yeah, so Zoom, I think this is on Zoom. Get your security shit together. You know what I mean? Like, step up your security game, bro.
Isn't it free? It's free, right?
No,
Zoom
you
is free.
pay. I think you pay for it. You get it for free for a certain amount of time. Guys like us, we use it free all the time. We don't.
Everybody's stuck at home and super bored right now, so like shenanigans are going on online, like in the message board groups like that you're in on Facebook, and everybody's just firing off.
Oh yeah.
And just shooting
talking
from
shit.
the hip, just
Talking
shooting from
shit.
the hip.
Oh no,
'Cause
what it
they're
is
bored.
this: the judgment that's happening, and that concludes the rundown. This right here is just office biz. This is just shooting the shit right here, but the judging that's going on is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, people are
Yeah.
taking pictures of people doing things, and they're like, why are these people doing this? Or like, there's people, what was that? There's people, there's kids playing basketball. What don't they get? There's this, there's that. I mean, every time somebody tells on something for somebody doing it, I notice that now then that gets taken away.
But it goes the other way too. Because when people show up to a store and they have trash bags over their entire body and a hockey face mask and a surgical mask and gloves, and
They went too far.
You're going too far, and now you're getting judged for being a psychopath. That's like or somebody who's a hypochondriac.
Yeah.
So it goes both ways. But we're all Aaron judging each
Yeah.
other.
Yep.
And I feel
Number
like
99,
self-conscious
Aaron
going out.
Judge.
You know what I mean? I feel self-conscious going out there. And there's also new social behavioral rules that we have to follow.
Yeah.
Like this social distancing thing. For example, you're in the grocery store and you're trying to pass by somebody.
Yeah.
But they got their cart in the middle of the corridor. How are you going to get by them? You got to stay 6 feet away. You got to wait till they're done shopping.
Well, the biggest thing that I notice is like the meat section. Like the meat section, everybody's generally relatively close because all the meats they change to go from your burgers, your burgers to your steaks to your brats.
Yeah.
And I noticed that you almost have to create this line, You know what I mean? Like I'm like standing back and I'm waiting for this lady to finish looking at the meat so I can order get my ribeyes.
Yeah, and you're trying to get out of there as fast as possible.
Yes,
too.
the longer I stand there, the more the chances are that I'm going to inhale those freaking Corona spurs.
It's true.
So I'm standing there and I'm waiting for this person to go, but then also like, you know, I'm also trying to watch this dude behind me. Like, yo, don't get too close to me, and definitely don't get in front of me because I'm waiting to look at the steaks too. It's almost like an aquarium, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Just new stuff that we're getting used to with regular human interaction is not what we're going by anymore. It's like you gotta stand back, don't touch. You know. By the way, cash. I'm done with cash.
Oh, hell
completely
no.
done with cash. I already didn't
Hell
like
no.
using cash because it was disgusting before.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I'm not touching.
if
cash.
you tried to hand me cash right now, I'd kick it out of your hand, and I'd take your
Unless
phone and
it
I'd
was like
Venmo
10 grand.
No, I'd be like,
take
cut me
it.
a check.
I'd be
No,
like,
you still owe it to me. Not like, oh, it's forgiven. No, I'm saying like, give it to me in a check. That's what I'm saying. I don't want that cash.
Yeah.
I want that cash. All right, very quickly. Tell a story about how you went to. So as you know, Old Man Johnson, you know, he's set in his ways, and one of the things he's set in his ways about is that I ain't buying no new gaming system. I've had a PlayStation 3 for 10 plus years, or like 12, and it's that big, huge console that you see. That's what I rock. That's what I'm going with. And I asked Chase if he wanted to come over, eat some steaks, you know, have a little quarantine sesh. And he's like, oh, I'll stop by and get some Call of Duty or get something where we can kill zombies, right? Because
Yeah.
it feels like that's what you should
pandemic,
be doing. Yeah.
outbreak,
Yeah.
wet, yeah.
So go ahead and give the rundown of exactly what happened for you to get this game.
So yeah, it was basically like I was asking for the nuclear codes to America's arsenal of nuclear warheads. Like I ordered you. First of all, you have to order all your games online now for GameStop. So you have to go online, order the game, see if it's available in the store, and then place the order. So I placed the order online, and I pull up, and I call there, and I'm like, "Is my game ready?" And there's a woman inside who's like, "Well, have you received an email yet saying that your game is ready?" And I was like, "No." So she's like, "Oh, well then I can't give it to you." And then next thing she says is, "Oh, it's right here in front of me actually. Can you give me a few minutes?" She goes, "Meet me at the door. I'll have your game ready for you." So then I go, "Okay." I wait 5 minutes. I go to the door to go
like
get
a
the
drug
game.
deal.
She's standing outside of GameStop with my games in the bag, looking around for me. I walk up to her. I'm like, "Yeah, this is me, Chase, here to pick up these games." She's like, "Oh, can I see your ID?" I'm like, "I need my ID?" She's like, "Yes." So I walk back to my car, get my ID, come back and pick up the games. And then as I leave, she slams the door shut and locks it.
And then brings down that chain thing
And
too.
then she brings down the little gate. She was not letting anyone in that store for anything.
Rightfully so.
Any reason whatsoever.
I just think it's hilarious that they have to stay open right now. They're essential.
Yeah.
Video games, they're essential.
Well, they say because it's the
mouse
mice and keyboard.
And the keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, any excuse that you have to stay open is.
So real
what-
quick, before we wrap this up, tell us how the experience was playing Call of Duty with yours truly.
So we bought Call of Duty, World at War, and another Call of Duty game, and Scott doesn't really play those games that much. He loves NBA.
Scott doesn't really play.
He loves
too many.
FIFA. He likes sports games.
I kick ass in sports games. Real talk.
Right. The series is now 2-1. I'm up in NBA 2K, but that's neither here nor there.
A lot of video games being played.
A lot of video games being played.
So tell
during
like,
the quarantine.
What do you think? How do you think I'm doing with the Call of Duty?
I almost made a comparison to Matt, our video producer, that you're almost as bad as like my mom. If
Wow.
I gave her a controller and
I
said,
would
play this game.
bro.
But I said, it's not that bad.
Bring her
It's
over.
not that bad. I said, it's not that bad. I said, it's not that bad. He can walk around.
Why don't you bring your
His
mother
problem is walking around and trying to aim and look at things at the same time. He can't do both at the same time. You could either walk forward, back, side to side, and then stop, and then look, and then shoot, and then go back to what he was doing.
You know what's really
He
funny
can't
about this
do
story?
two things at once.
Do you know what's funny about this story?
What?
I can do two things at once. It's not Call of Duty. I feel the same way about you when you play craps, bro. I'm like, what you do? The same way. I'm like, what? I'm drinking beer. I'm rolling dice. I'm making fun of this guy. I'm talking about this guy's hair. I'm talking about that guy over there. I'm freaking
I'm
playing
not-
hard
hey,
ways.
Hey, whoa. Everybody has their little things that, they need to get better at, they need to learn how to do, and that's just one of yours.
Hey,
and mine
I'm gonna
used
work
to
on
be
it.
craps, but I got better at craps. Now I'm telling my friends what to do, and that's because of you. You told me what to
Thank
do.
you.
Now I bring my friends to the casino. I'm like, put your money on the pass line. Put your money on the don't pass line. Okay, put your money in the field bet. Okay, lay the 8 and the 6 and the whatever. Like, now I'm taking on that role.
Yeah.
And that comes from you. So you're going to get better. You're getting there. I'm teaching you. But the struggle is me standing there watching you play being like, no, to your left, you're getting shot. No, behind you, you're getting shot.
Funny as shit,
He doesn't
Matt.
know what is going on.
Carla actually yelled from downstairs because Chase was yelling at me so much. He's like, stay behind the, what was it? The
The cart. Just
stay behind the cart. Stay behind the cart. Why do you keep getting from behind the cart, asshole? Carla yells downstairs when we have these quarantine video game sessions because we have nothing else to do. And I look at Chase and I'm like, dude, my mom's gonna make you leave, bro. Chill. That's what it's like.
Isn't it interesting? Everybody's confused. Like, do you live with Scott? It's like, no. Listen, we're all part of like the same conjoined quarantine.
Yes.
Like I have not been anywhere.
I haven't seen anybody else.
Except Scott's house, the office, my house. That's it. Like our quarantine is conjoined.
Yes.
So when I go to Scott's house and I say I'm quarantining.
Yeah, 'cause you're
in Scott's quarantine. When I say I'm going to my house to go quarantine and sleep, I'm quarantining. It's still all part of the same quarantine.
Yeah.
But it's just sections of the quarantine.
Yes.
I'm exercising.
Pretty damn cool.
I'm exercising social distancing. I'm not touching anybody, and I gotta be honest. I'm starting to get pretty lonely.
Yeah.
I miss going out to restaurants. I miss talking with strangers at the bar.
Single ladies
sometimes.
out there. He's getting lonely.
Oh, by the way, when this is over, can we talk about summer 2020? How that's gonna be? When we're all out of our quarantines and we have all this pent up energy
It's like
and
the economy is
frustration
gonna be
and
pent up. Oh, it's gonna be ripping.
American libido is going to be so
gonna be-
pent up when we get out of here. The crazy parties, the crazy post quarantine parties. What are we going to call it? We got to come up with a name.
I think there should
before
just
it
be
happens.
like a post quarantine like ripper, bro.
Yeah.
But then I feel like all that's gonna do is kick the virus back up again.
back
though.
into the no.
It's like, bro, don't invite any of your friends. You had to have had Corona to come to it. Like you have to have had the virus.
Yeah, we'll have a Corona
to come to it.
Corona only.
They need to do that test to see if you had the virus in you. If you did, you're allowed in. That's how it works, right?
Yes, and yes,
Because then it's like
and
most
same
likely-
vice versa, right?
Yes.
Vice versa too.
Yes.
Summer
All right.
2020 is going to be so lit.
It
Just
is.
wanted to
If
say
we
that.
get there, we don't know. It could be quarantined out, bro. We don't know.
I
It could be
highly
summer
doubt.
2021. bro.
Fauci, listen, you want to hear what Fauci says?
What's
He
he say?
says it's gonna stop. Well, first of all, it's gonna reach its peak in 2 to 3 weeks, and then it's gonna stop for the summer. It's gonna come back in the fall. That's
All
what Fauci says.
Well, real quick, I just want to say
That's what Fauci says.
same thing for me in Call of Duty. I'm going to reach my peak in 2 to 3 weeks. Don't judge me. Don't judge me based on one weekend. Give me 2 to 3 weeks. That's all.
All right.
All right. So we're going to wrap this up. Chase, go ahead. Close us out.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening to the show. If you want to find out or listen to more of our content, see more of our episodes, go to www.themactalks.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram @MACK Talks. Also, I'm going to leave a link to our LinkedIn group for the COVID-19 Small Business Survival Guide.
Get in it.
That's going to be in the description. So just go on LinkedIn, type in COVID-19 Small Business Survival Guide. I'm allowing everybody to join as long as you're involved in business. We don't care. We'd love to have you. Please feel free to share content that might help other people in business during this trying time of economic unrest and frustration. And that's pretty much it. Leave a review on iTunes. Listen, we're still doing that. That is still a thing. We're still accepting 5-star, only 5-star iTunes reviews.
Yes.
That's it. And I know I haven't said that in a couple of weeks, but that's still
We're
going on.
still accepting them. If you put it in, we'll still accept it. Only if it's 5 stars.
Yeah. Give a shout out to me or Scott too. Let them know that, let us know that it's, you love our show. You enjoy it.
That's right. All right. Well, we're going to go make some more videos. We're going to crank out some more content. Be safe. Wash your hands. Keep your social distancing. And stay judging.
Yeah.
Like, stay judging people. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Feel free. Like, we're almost to the point now where you can actually yell at somebody. Like, we're literally almost there where you could roll down the window and be like, why are you two so close to each other?
Yeah.
Like, that's literally where we're at. And it's either that or I post you on the Bethel group page.
So wash your damn hands.
Wash your damn
Wash
hands.
your hands,
And I'm going to
sanitize.
tell you something else. Wash your phone.
Yeah.
Wash your phone and wash it again.
Most disgusting thing you own is your phone.
Jesus Christ.
You filthy people.
Matt, you got anything? That's it. Nothing. Matt just wants to contribute this. He went to Jersey Mike's. He went to go get us 3 regulars. He came back with 6 minis. I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
Bread shortage.
Yeah.
All right.
Bread flight.
Peace.